Today is Wednesday, March 29th, 2017. Again, this is just an update of kind of what's been going on. Not much, honestly. I am in the realm of weights-ish. I've got a surgery date. That's awesome. I am scheduled for June 5th. I have to be at the hospital at 6 a.m. My surgery is scheduled for 7:30. I am going for the VSG. And yeah. So that's kind of like a big change. The whole reason that changed from RYN to the gastric sleeve is for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted the RYN because it has the best results. Quickest weight loss, most weight loss. However, after talking to the surgeon and doing more research about it, I have found that RYN patients more often have complications of the surgery. So yes, they lose all this weight. They do lose it fast. But they have other complications like ulcers, hernias, because the stomach isn't cut at the bottom, saving it's a P valve, something, pylorus, something like that. There is no valve. So the food goes into the little pouch, and over time, if you overeat or even excess water, what happens is the pouch expands, and because there's no valve, then the intestines that is hooked up also start to expand. So that's why there's a lot of regain with the RYN patients, and why there's also complications because of the stretching, the pressure causes hernias and ulcers. So the doctor says that this surgery has been going on forever, and that is why it's the gold standard, is because it's just gone on forever and they've had the results that they're looking for. I learned that surgery, bariatric surgery, is considered a success when the patient loses 50% of their excess weight. So for me, that would be 50 pounds since I am 100 pounds overweight. I would like to lose more than 50 pounds. Unless I went in weighing 200, which is actually a possibility. So anyway, so that's what I've kind of learned. With the sleeve, because they're only taking off kind of the ass end of the stomach, and 80 to 85% of your stomach is gone. Everything else is intact, and digestion works the same. It's just a smaller area. The stomach is no longer the size of a football. It's now the size of a banana. And fills up pretty fast. I don't have GERD or any other contraindications to having the sleeve, so he says that I'm young enough. He says that I'm on the lower end of the BMI spectrum, so this would be a great fit for me. So I have to say that it's a really good thing. I have been watching Matthew Weiner, Weiner, on YouTube, and he breaks down the surgeries into why he recommends RYN and sleeve, and I also learned that he no longer does the lap band, although he does talk about the lap band as well. And areas that I was concerned about, like why I lean towards the RYN, is because yeah, I want the weight off. I want it off as soon as possible. But I also thought that my metabolism was slow. And come to find out that once the sleeve happens, then it doesn't matter the food is going to be so limited that that's going to cause the reset to kind of like my body metabolism thermostat, if you will. I don't know. If I'm lost rewatching this video, then I definitely need to rewatch that Matthew Weiner guy. He's very knowledgeable and breaks it down to where everything seems to make a lot of sense. I am currently at, I'm going back and forth between 224 and 225. I've lost weight, ish. I have been going back and forth between, because I'm no longer seeing the nutritionist and because there's so much time, I don't even know how many days are left, but it's coming up to, let's say, 30, 60, let's call it like 2.5 months away, the surgery-ish, through the ish on at the end. So that's a while. That's a while. So I'm going back and forth. This past weekend when Em was with her dad, I totally binged out on steak and cheese and French fries with cheese, and followed it up by having a French toast breakfast, which was awesome because the place that we went, okay, I won't even get into the description of all that, but anyway, I was very happy. And again, it was just enjoy hanging out with the bestie. And after having told her about it, I feel much calmer. I feel much better. And she's cute. She's like, you made a big deal out of nothing. But that just teaches a lesson, is not to personalize and internalize, just to say what you're thinking, say what you're feeling, and you can only be responsible for you and your feelings. So there you go. So anyway, because the surgery is scheduled for 1,000,000 years from now, and I still have to wait to see if insurance approves my surgery. Believe it or not, the surgeon actually said that there's more of a chance of approval with the sleeve than there is with the RYN, even though all over my insurance stuff that I've read, everything is posted as RYN. So I asked him, I'm like, I don't even know if the sleeve is an option because blah, blah, blah. So I guess when they filled out the paperwork and they sent it off, I believe it was Monday, March, I believe the 20th. Yes, I'm pretty certain. So it's been out in insurance land for 9 days. The last person that I spoke with, the surgery scheduler, says that it takes about now 3 to 4 weeks because they're backed up. Insurance is backed up or is taking longer to get back to whomever. So there you go. So I'm just sitting on my big egg of weight, hoping that it all goes well. The shitty thing is that there's no, of course, there's no chance to get it done in April. So that's shitty. And Allie's going to have to pull a day away from work so that she can take me to the hospital and probably bang out early the next day if I'm only in the hospital for like a day. I'm not planning on, knock on wood, staying in the hospital for a long time. Most of the stuff that I'm reading, the sleeve is a very quick recovery. So my intentions are to, I'm kind of back and forth about, do I try to maintain this 40 BMI or do I just let it go? So I think I'm just going with the flow here. If I want to have the steak and cheese, and I'll have the steak and cheese, and then in the next couple of days, then it's protein shake in the morning and just sensible eating, which is good and difficult because right now I got my period. So I really would like a blueberry pie followed by a chocolate cake. I know that this is wrong, but that's pretty much where I am. I am very happy that I am scheduled for the surgery. Kind of wish that it was not on a Monday. That kind of stinks because at least if it was on a Friday, then I know that my daughter wouldn't have to go to school the following day and it could just be easy breezy. Or I could ask her dad to pick her up and just do that. I feel really bad about asking Allison to take some time out of work because her job is so chaotic. And she's stressing out and hurts my heart. But this is all about weight loss and not having to do with anything really personal. So, ta-da, that's my journey. What else can I tell you? Once I got the news that surgery wasn't happening when I had hoped for, and found out that it was so far away. 2.5 months may not seem like a far way away, but it really is. You know, when you've been whatever, it's really far away. It's a long way away. Stress of that and frustration of that, I'm smoking. I'm smoking again. I'm trying to quit again. Because I always think, let me rephrase that. I always hope that I'll get a call that says, "Hey, Autumn, we got a cancellation for next week. Do you think that you can come in and meet with the surgeon?" Blah, blah, blah. And that would be outstanding. That would be so outstanding. Because I don't even know. They want me to do this 2-week liquid diet. And that's to shrink the size of the liver. Because the stomach is underneath the liver. Okay. But when they did the ultrasound, my liver is small, or normal. So I don't know why I have to go on it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks seems like a long time to do that. But whatever, I will. I don't know. I think I need to go and do a little bit more shopping to get some stuff ready. Or I should just deal and suck it up, because truth is, what am I going to be eating? Like nil? And maybe I'll just go run to BJ's and buy another thing of protein shakes. It's just so expensive. The pre-made ones are so expensive. And I actually prefer the powders, but there's not enough of the other minerals and vitamins in the protein powder. So that sucks. Okay, so on that yawn, that's where I am, and that's what's going on. I will do an update as soon as I hear from the insurance company. So, awesome.